This video is brought to you by The Outdoorsman. Go visit them in Greenwood, Indiana, just south of State Road 135. The Outdoorsman, providing you with all your outdoor needs since 1976. Hey guys, we're here with Todd Faircloth at the Outdoorsman Sports Shop, Fishing Expo and Open House, and he's going to give us some tips and basically just talk to us a little bit on how he got started and how he goes about preparing for a tournament. So go ahead and take it away, Todd.
Hey, Todd Faircloth here, like he said, and I got started at bass fishing at a real young age with my dad just taking me fishing on the weekends, and as a kid growing up, during the summertime or after school, I was just always in the outdoors, fishing, hunting, doing something. Didn't necessarily have to be in a boat fishing. We would go pond fishing, creek fishing, fish the lakes off the banks, whatever. But, and kind of started at a young age. I guess I got really intrigued with fishing when I saw the tournament aspect of it. I was introduced to that, I guess, around 11 or 12, and started fishing local club tournaments, and then started fishing some team tournaments with my dad, Rayburn and Toledo Bend, and then just kind of branched out from there, started fishing some Pro-Am events. And I guess the biggest learning curve in our sport is going to an unfamiliar body of water and trying to figure it out in a short period of time, and it still is to this day the biggest learning curve for me. Once you get a feel for how to read water and how to dissect the lake that you're not unfamiliar with, I think then you're kind of ready for that next step. But that's how I got started. I worked for my dad. He was a contractor, building contractor there when I was growing up. I worked for him when I wasn't fishing, and it enabled me a pretty flexible schedule, and been doing it full time now for 16 years, and feel really fortunate to be doing it. But I get questioned a lot about, how do I break down a lake, or how do I go about my practice, for the events that we participate in. And I guess as I've gotten, I kind of shared this with the guys a while ago. Early on in my career, I kind of wanted to know what was going on from one end of the lake to another, or river to, whatever it was I was fishing. I wanted to know what was going on everywhere. And the short amount of practice time that we get, it's impossible to do that. So I've kind of found something that's worked for me, and everybody's a little different on this, but I try to break it down into a section of the lake or a section of the river and try to learn as much about that portion of the lake or river that I'm fishing during those 3 days, and that way I'm not as spread out as much, and I'm not playing mind games with my head thinking I should be 70 miles up the river instead of where I'm fishing at. So that's what works for me, and that's how I go about my practice and trying to figure something out during the tournament. But thanks for having me, Todd Faircloth. Good luck out there on the water.
We just want to thank Todd here for his time that he spent today at the Outdoorsman in Greenwood, Indiana. So we just want to thank you and wish you luck on the season. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.